This is just a short version of how simple it actually is. You know, the simplicity of creation itself, pure, absolute, eternal love. But when I was talking about alternative technologies and using xenobots, right? Xbots, Xbox, when they talk about the Hegelian dielectric, they create the problem, they generate the problem, and then convince you that you need them to solve it. But the obvious evidence is that they don't know what they're doing, because what they keep doing is they keep generating more problems for which you've got to keep coming up with more fixes. So, in other words, it starts with them. The start button. No, the start button starts with us. That's green. That's emerald. The pink Rosetta Stone of Sophia. It starts with us, which is our energy, which is what love is. It goes on forever. So that's the nature, which is not natural at all, of what their consciousness does. Their consciousness is self-destructive. That's why they generate problem after problem after problem after problem and have to keep coming up with more fixes as a result of what they do with their consciousness. That means that their consciousness is the root of the problem. Remember, get into the core of the problem when you're doing a complete full electromagnetic spectrum or a data analysis on a planetary motherboard. How many error codes we got running? The planetary brain, right? Or if you will, a broken motherboard, a fallen motherboard, right? And so that's the data side. That's the data analysis side. So when you're running full capacity, 100% capacity, sensing capacity, running full avatar, running full Chris code, the first code, the founder's flames, right? That allows you to do a full data analysis, because your consciousness is the entire electromagnetic spectrum in which you can run the data analysis and upload it as part of our record into the Cosmina Cosmaya permanent records, the cosmic records. So when you're a cosmic level spirit, sensing at the cosmic level, running the full spectrum, then it's easy to run and record by virtue of experience all the data. Okay? Which is no different, quite simply, is when Windows came out with their first desktop PC, if you will, right? And when you boot it up, it's error checking its own files of the original architect that developed that communication platform, the template for Windows. It's like a template for DOS, a disk operating system, the elementals, the elemental circuitry. So it's checking itself. It's checking its own system. And any codes as a result of, if you will, a virus or intruder codes, which are transfer codes that got transferred into that system, and the system is going to correct the codes, which the code transfers, in this case, DNA, software codes, right? So when you're automatically set, anything that's what I am, which love is, burn those codes off, which is machine code, which is dead light energy, which is not living energy of living spirits experiencing what love is. Yeah, Thomas. It's that's what total recall is. Recall all the original codes, the parts, the elementals, right? So that we're running uniformity. It's just like, they use the same kind of terminology, right? Like, for example, ever heard of the word called continuity of government? They have an organization. You know how cells organize themselves as consciousness? It's called the continuity of government, the government form, the form of government, which is an anti-life, anti-Christic spiral. It means it's dead. It's a dead spiral. We call that DOA. It's dead on arrival. You know what a DOA, dead on arrival, is, right? That's not a live one. That's not a live network. That's not a real live network. It's not a real live network stream. It's not the first network. The Golden Triangle. Threefold Fanner Flames. The original network. The original platform. I know, Thomas. Thank you for being there.